All right, what's going on? Not just music podcast. Everybody is in the building. Whoever's here, we
Yeah,
appreciate you being here. Another quick drop, internet love,
yeah,
somebody to listen to, somebody to be motivated by, be
yeah,
inspired by.
yeah.
And I'm gonna talk a little bit real quick.
Okay.
Right out the gate. So I'm just not gonna like I gotta do a whole lot today. Just a little quick knowledge. I've been trying to get this drop on y'all for some episodes now. So again, it's all about being black historians. One thing I've been trying to find is like actual juice in our local area around. I'm in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Q's and States was North Carolina, and I'm basically just like in the area of that circle right there. There was a lot to go on concerning black people in the area that a lot of people probably don't know about. But I'm gonna start off with Charlotte first. That's just because I was where I was born and raised. There's a lot of history that I didn't know about that went on in the city, man. Um I'm sure when I start chopping this up in clips, especially when I share some of this, I know a lot of my Charlotte friends, family, associates probably didn't even know about a lot of this stuff. But I'm gonna get straight to it because it's a lot. There's not a lot to break down, but I'm sure talk will be concerning on some of this stuff. But firstly, in the city of Charlotte, um, African American history was very big in the Mecklenburg County area of Charlotte, basically Charlotte, which is Mecklenburg County, during the 20th century. A lot of events took place in the 60s and the 70s to be exact. And a lot of people in the area, especially one person, let me see, I'm trying to find his name. Um J. Murray Atkins Library. It's basically a special collections library and university archives at UNC Charlotte. And it's actually something that, like, you can actually like go to if I'm not mistaken. Which I didn't know anything was going on like that over there at UNCC, but a lot of stuff at UNCC has changed over the years, especially since they started building on it, especially over the past 20 years. But one of the key things that's there is they speak on a man by the name of Kelly Alexander Sr. He reactivated the Charlotte branch of the NAACP in 1940. Um, Serving as its president from 1940 to 1944 and as its executive secretary from 1944 to his death in April 1985. Alexander built the North Carolina chapter into the largest chapter in the nation, earning him the nickname Mr. NAACP, which a lot of people didn't know that. I didn't know that. Like, this is something totally new to me. So if anybody that knows of Kelly Alexander Sr., and I know there's a lot of Alexanders that stay in the city of Charlotte. Not sure how if that's any relation to any of you all, but even the Alexanders that I know, Kelly Alexander Sr., if you did not know, they consider him Mr. NAACP due to how large he grew the North Carolina chapter of the NAACP. Another person of interest is a man by the name of James Robert McKee. They call him James Jimmy Robert McKee. That is, I guess Jimmy was his nickname. Founded the Excelsior Club on Batersford Road in 1944. Now, a lot of people, especially in the city of Charlotte, if you don't know what the Excelsior Club is, especially the old heads, especially the 40s and ups, maybe 9 out of 30s and up, but more so the 40s and uppers, you know exactly where the Excelsior Club is on Batersford Road. It was the first establishment of its kind. for African Americans in Charlotte, who were excluded from visiting white social clubs and venues. So that's basically how this club got started in the first place. It was due to for us as blacks in the city of Charlotte could have an actual place to go, hang out, kick it, and have and have fun, and I guess get drunk of course too, because dancing and a whole lot of stuff went on up in Excelsior for years, even till they shut it down. Another situation, December December 12th, 1951, a group of African American men challenged segregation by attempting to play golf at a publicly owned Bonnie Bray golf course in Revolution Park in Charlotte and were denied admission. Charles Leeper and 15 others filed a petition in court later that month, and the NAACP Legal Defense Fund took up their cause, which, of course, I think golf is still considered one of the most underlooked places in sports for black men. But there were actually a lot of black men who were in this photo. I'm gonna display it while this is going. But again, I said one time, December 12th, 1951, a group of African American men challenged segregation by attempting to play golf at a publicly owned Bonnie Bray golf course in Revolution Park. And of course, a lot of people don't know that Revolution Park has a lot of history, especially as the years went on. Of course, us as blacks kind of took over that whole area right there and changed the whole face of it. So shout out to those that know about Revolution Park. That's one of those places where I went, and a lot of growing up happened over in that area, in that location over there off the west side of Charlotte. It's a very, 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 very known area. But again, just remember, a man by the name of Charles Leeper and 15 others filed a petition in court later that month, and the NAACP Legal Defense Fund took up their cause. So shout out to them as well. And I'm gonna do one more, and keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, and keep going. This is one I want to say too. Students from Johnson C. Smith University organized sit-ins in Charlotte in 1960. Their efforts led to the integration of many of Charlotte's lunch counter restaurants by July 1960. But other eateries resisted integration. This letter is basically going to be showing. I'm showing this letter as I'm talking. The letter was basically asking the owner of S&W Cafeteria in Charlotte to integrate his restaurant. And of course, this man ended up doing so, because it's probably was known as one of the biggest food restaurants in Charlotte for a long time. S&W, I don't know if I think it may be one S&W left in the city of Charlotte, but I love to find history stuff. I love to dump stuff on people that they probably didn't know. They probably wouldn't never search, probably wouldn't never look for, especially people from the city of Charlotte and the surrounding area. Please know that there's a lot of black history that goes on in the area. So don't overlook your area, and continue to find things and do things to be great and to keep the black community in notice. I mean, because we could be easily swept under due to the rage of the world. But of course, that there's history. Once there's history to show for, to put in your face, let it inspire, let it motivate. Don't act as if in like none of that we've never had. We've had. It's just the people that were in place at the right time that needed to do what needed to be done to make this, place of area of Charlotte more than what it is by the 60s and the 70s. I mean, it speaks highly of people who were in the area at that time, like we probably never would have known of. But that's the history lesson to today. But everything other than that is definitely going to be talked about now. But I'm gonna ask QQ, how's everything? What's the
What's up,
business?
man? Man, I wanted to drop this on this episode. I wanted to kind of take my time with it, man. Just people around the world, man. Checking up on. Make sure you checking up on your people. Make sure you checking up on your people because a lot of people are facing battles these days. With the economy, depression. I think we can't talk about it enough, man. You know what goes on, mainly in the black community too, with the strains of life, income, the economy, family traits and things like that. Um, Recently I lost a good friend, you know what I'm saying? A good friend of mine. Um, Rest in peace, the Shaquem. Um, he was a young kid, man. I had met him when he was young. Um, he was real. He was in the church. He was actually a dancer in the church. He did the spiritual praises and things like that. He actually had he was misunderstood. He wore glasses, big glasses, and his teeth was kind of like gapped and all that. But this is another thing that I'm gonna go into. Me being the person I am, I never judge nobody. I always used to hang out with the unpopular kids to the popular kids, even though I was somewhat popular in school, I would always take up for the kids that wasn't popular, that was scared to speak up. Um, and you can say that's what led me into this seat, not just music podcast. I just got a thing for expressing and voicing my opinion. And the people that don't have voices that's scared to voice their opinions, that's what motivates me to do this. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a big responsibility and a lot of people can't face this. So going back to what I was saying, he had a whole lot of issues that we all probably face. Um and I took a liking to him. I used to hang around him. He came around me everywhere I went, and his mother trusted me with him. um and I stated in previous podcasts that I've never smoked, I've never drank my whole life. I've always led by example. You know what I'm saying? Never really had to tell who I was. I always rode by example. I never judged anybody for what they did, but I just was me. And just being you, for example, can rub off on other people, when you just being yourself. Just want to say that, being original and being you, sometimes you ain't gotta say a word and people, it'll rub off onto them. So I could tell me being around this guy, it was somewhat changing because he was a smoker. Then I saw him slowing down, then he stopped doing it and things like that. So fast forward, man, life happened. We got older. I lost contact with him, stopped talking to him. Um, from what I heard, he had a lot going on. I seen him at a couple jobs that I used to have. He would work, quit the job or whatever reason, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't really check up on him. Um, so that point right there, I want to lead into the episode we were talking about when it comes to time. You gotta value your time in your life, and you gotta value the time that you have with other people, like your friends, family. Because at the end of the day, we don't know when it's our last time seeing them. We don't know when it's our last time us waking up, and sometimes, we can be stubborn. We won't pick up the phone and call first. Like we'll wait till they call. You know what I'm saying? Or we'll wait till they come visit. We won't even visit them. The cockiness or whatnot. I think it's time to just put that aside. If your heart is telling you to call somebody, call them. If your heart is telling you to see somebody, go see them. You know what I'm saying? Social media, we worry about everything else but our home. And when I say our home, I mean in our people, our community. but we'll worry about people that's made it, or people that don't even know we exist, but we overlook our community, our family, our friends, our, you know what I'm saying, our children, kids, you know, coming up, generations. Like, you know, that's the ground root that we need to get to, instead of worrying about nonsense, you know what I'm saying, that don't concern us, that's not going to benefit us or help us. So um yeah, long story short, man, he passed, man, I think day before Easter, man. Um Celebrating his mom, after celebrating his mother's birthday. And I seen videos and he looked happy. But you never know what a person is going through deep down, you know, like um you know, it's I just wanted to bring that up to show, bring awareness to, you know, depression. And you know, don't and don't bully people like that. You know what I'm saying? Bullying can, you know, influence a person to, you know what I'm saying, that affects a person. Bullying, and you know what I'm saying, that stuff, we got to stop that, man. We got to unite. Um let's Don't laugh at a person when they express themselves. It's okay to cry. It's okay to show weakness, you know what I'm saying? But the main thing is getting back up and being strong. And I just want to deliver this message to the people, man, because it seemed like time and time again we can get on these mics and we can express it and we can express it and we can express it, but are people really resonating to what we're saying? You know what I'm saying? Because it shouldn't take death, it shouldn't take a person getting incarcerated, their life thrown away, for us to wake up and see it. And unfortunately, that's what it takes. What people as a whole are in our black community, like somebody will die and we'll cry about it for a week or two, and then we're back to doing the same nonsense. You know, we're back not caring about people, but back to talking about people. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep it real, people. Let's be real. Let's wake up. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, man, all the talking we do, we can talk all day in the world, but you got to put that into action. You know what I'm saying? We get on these mics not just to talk. Well, I don't get on here just to talk. I'm sure Duan don't just get on here to waste his time, because we really could be doing something else with our time. But we doing this because we really care. We really care. We really care about what we talk about. We really care about the community. We really care about the people. And I know a lot of people, judgmental people, you know what I'm saying, will like to use things because we're not perfect, or be like, well, Quincy used to say this, or Quincy used to do this, or Quincy used to. But God knows my heart. Like God knows your heart. You know what I'm saying? And who are we to judge? At the end of the day, God knows who we are. God knows what we're made of. He knew us before we even came out the womb. So we got to stop being so judgmental, people. Like, you know, Christians, be good Christians, be real Christians, man. We need you. The churches, the good people, we need y'all, man, because in a world full of like hate and bruh, like sinful things going on, we need those people, man. We need those role models. I need them at times. You know what I'm saying? Because life get hard. I'm sure it get hard for everybody. You know, like
Exactly.
it get hard for everybody, man. So yeah, man, it's real talk, man. I just wanted to get that off, man. But rest in peace, bro.
Big things can go on. A lot of things can go on that we don't know. We have no control over.
Yeah,
That's considerably why I said that, you know, about time the other week. You know, it's just it did. You don't know. You don't know.
yeah,
You just
yeah,
don't know. It's
yeah,
that it's that critical now. Nobody knows, and anybody
yeah,
can say the dumbest thing to somebody and not know what they're going through. Anybody can treat a
yeah,
person in any kind of way, and they don't know what they're going through, and they just be throwing these bad vibes to people.
yeah,
And if some, especially if somebody's trying to give you good energy, you know,
yeah,
learn to accept that, man. Like, don't stop taking people's, you know, hellos and what's ups, or you know, how you doing, as you know, if
yeah,
somebody's really showing good energy, try to return that good energy, because you don't know when you go, if you even see that person ever again. But for
And
the
that made me show my bro. Like that made me think about the times me and you had our little fallouts and misunderstandings. Like, bro, that ain't worth it. Like, what if we ended on bad terms? One of us didn't wake up the next day, or we didn't get to say sorry. So
exactly.
I wanna make this a message, man. Like time we don't have, man. we
Yep.
we don't have time, bro. And I think that's what a lot of people think. We have forever. We have time. Oh, let me do it tomorrow. Tomorrow might not come, you
Yeah.
know.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's why I'm trying to make amends with fallouts I had in the past. And this is another thing. I want to put this out there. When you see people, and this is crucial, because
Hmm.
we tend to do this in the black community too. When you see people trying to change, when you see people trying to fix their wrongs with people or fix their wrongs with themselves, don't judge them. Don't talk down on them. Like, support it. We should support correcting behaviors, bad behaviors. We should support correcting broken relationships. Why is it that we always want to preach and support division? You know what I'm saying? Like we too divided as it is. And life is too short. And sometimes you sit back and you think about the fallouts you had with people. It was pettiness, man. It was little stuff that didn't even matter.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And what's stopping them for what's stopping you from reaching out to that person and saying, I'm sorry? Ask yourself that. You know what I'm saying? What's stopping you? Is it ego? You know? So, man, we got to get out of that stage, man. We got to start supporting unity, man. you know, because it
Mhm.
seems like the wrong things are praised in the world and the right things are looked down upon. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
Ain't that crazy?
Exactly. Exactly. So for the case of what we're going to have to do still, we still gonna have to deal with these
Yeah,
these vibes. There's nothing that we're
yeah.
gonna ever not be able to, but at least the minimalistic thing we can do is not be one of the problems. You
Right,
know,
right, right, right.
that's considerably, we know better. We know, I mean, life is gonna be hard. We already know that.
Yep,
That shouldn't change the case of character, and what
exactly,
we need to be to make uplifting
exactly,
situation, because you could be just
exactly.
one piece of person in a place and everybody in there pissed off and you the one person happy, that could change the whole vibe of a place.
I'm telling you.
And so just
Yeah,
remember, it doesn't take a superstar. Don't take nobody,
yeah,
don't take a star. Don't take just a regular old plain Jane, regular old plain John, just to, you know, to change the whole face of a situation,
mhm.
But yeah, blessings to his family, man. It's nothing to take lightly. Death is nothing to take lightly, in especially when it's a young individual that is still young in his youth
Yeah,
years, and
yeah.
or she's in her youth years. Whoever the person, people that are dying, because there's a lot of people
With
that
a
just
baby,
died.
with a child on the way, and all that.
Yeah,
So a baby is coming into the world without a father.
yeah. Shout out to my
It's
homeboy John Horn. He just lost his daughter 2 weeks
mm,
ago. She was just working at the restaurant cookout, and she was just an innocent bystander to somebody that was one of her coworkers that evidently had got into it with somebody, and that person came back and shot up the cookout and shot and killed the wrong person. What's this is my whole entire reason why you got to take care of your time in a day. I don't care if you bad off with whoever it is. If you mad off with somebody, you need to call and try to correct it. If they don't want to correct it, that's on them. At least you can come with good energy and leave it alone. You ain't got to live and deal with these negative vibes and these negative energy, or whatever person introduces to you
yeah.
at your job or whatever. Don't feed into that trash, man. Like, stop doing that, man. Do
And
the
I'm
work.
really and I'm really pushing peace now, man. I'm
Yeah.
really I'm really at a place now where I'm pushing peace, man. And bro, I'm at a point now. I'm gonna make myself happy. Even if the world can't make me happy, I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna be happy. That's my goal, is to be happy, because I can't. The world is gonna, like you say, we all know it's gonna be issues. We're gonna go through things, but go through them with a smile, knowing you're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
regardless of what you're going through. Go
Yeah.
through it with a smile,
There you
man. You
go.
know what I'm saying? And like, it's what you make it at the end of the day. Life is what you make it. Because the world might want to make you miserable, but I rebuke it. You know what I'm saying? In the name of Jesus, I rebuke it. I do. So, man, hey, I'm gonna start going out more, man. I'm gonna start living my life, man. I'm not gonna be cooped up in the house, depressed and bro, because that's what's wrong with the world, man. We want to sit around and mope and grope. Nah, go make yourself happy and start waiting for people to make you happy. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? That's another
There you
thing.
go.
Make yourself happy. Make yourself happy. Stop looking for men and women to make you happy. Because you make yourself happy within, things will fall into place. The right people will fall into place. The right things, the right job, everything could just start, prospering and blossoming. Like you got to look at it like that.
That's the only thing. The only way we can ever actually, and this is the one other thing Tony add to what he just said.
Mm,
Another way that we actually can get over that hump of being upset and mad and um, you know, fed up with life is just do what you do best and change. That
mm,
a
mm,
lot of people don't want to. That's the best thing you can do is change.
yeah,
Nobody likes to change though, just due to they got so accustomed to a lifestyle being a certain way, and it
right,
doesn't have to be. Like I've
right,
seen
right,
too many people at the bottom that's made it, and it's not like saying made it to be a rich individual, but made it out of a situation just due to because they changed. So
right.
just change, do something that changes daily. I think to consider too is if in this is a wise man told me this one time.
Mm,
Um, he's dead now, but
mm. Rest in
just
peace.
remember, just remember, life will go on after you die. Life will go
Mm,
on. Those same struggles that you had, those same situations, those same all that stuff will still be here. And you just
right.
died just with all of this stuff on your mind, all this stuff on your plate, all this stuff on your brain, and you never ever actually had the chance to live life. So, like you just said, you know,
Yeah,
you have to find something to do that helps you improve yourself, your life, whatever it is that you choose to do. Like, I really had to do that type of soul searching on my own too. And it
yeah,
took a long time to be able to gain patience and understanding and wisdom to the case of doing better. And then,
yeah.
like he told me, like he said, do you really want to die with all that stuff on your mind and all that stuff on your brain? Like you too young to be sitting here like really wrapped up in your feelings. He said, if you want to do something, change it. Change what you're doing in your life. That's up to you. Your mom and daddy can't do that. And that's the part where I always told people, I
That's
had my
right.
mom and my dad, but at the same time, me having my mom and dad, whatever road I chose to choose was gonna be up to me. It wasn't gonna be up to them because then once they die and didn't gone, I'm gonna have to make a change. I'm gonna have to do something.
What I said in the last episode, what we shot this weekend, I said I've always been used to people just looking at me like, "What you gonna do?" Like it's Q, it's up to you. The ball in your hand. What you
Yeah,
gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So, bruh, like in a way, that's not. It's encouraging, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like I said, it might instill fear. It might instill hopelessness. You can actually be not putting life into a living person by saying certain things and how you. So we got to watch how we word things and watch how it comes off because that affects people too, man. Like how you say things, how you word things, like how you say it. We got to be more mindful. You know what I'm saying? Because words hurt. Words will stick with people. Motivation. That's why we try to say motivational things because words are powerful. We get on this mic, you know what I'm saying, and somebody hear that one thing, we want it to be in a positive way.
there
We
you
want it to
go.
be in an inspiring way instead of a destructive way. And my thing is, I hope my bro went out, and this is my thing. I hope he went out knowing like people loved him, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey,
yeah, like I hope, man. Man, I'm about to get teary eyed talking about it.
be honest.
But yeah, but I hope he know people love him, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Some people have those moments where they don't know when somebody actually cares or not, man. But that's the part where I always tell people, even if you ain't really, even if you're on bad rhymes or bad times with people, like always remember, if you care about them, tell them that you love them, tell them that you got feelings, tell them that you have a heart, because I
Yep,
mean
yep.
tomorrow ain't gonna be there if they ain't
For
there.
real. Yep.
What do you have? It was just a bunch of words still trapped in your heart,
Yep,
and
yep.
with them being trapped in your heart, that's just to tending to how it really can go. But
Right.
yeah, man, it's
But yeah, man.
it's a real world we live in. A lot of people still, again, that are going through stuff, just remember it's your life. Remember, it's your life. You have the
Right.
power to change it. Don't sit and act as if and nobody cares. There's somebody that cares, but
Never give up, man.
never
Never
give
give
up.
up. Hold on, man.
Exactly.
Have faith, man.
Exactly.
Never
Exactly.
give up. I'ma say this, like giving up is not the answer. And I'm speaking to somebody out there that's on the urge. Giving up is not the answer. Call somebody, talk that thing out, whatever you got to do. But but ending your life, ending it all is not worth it. Like that's not the answer. You know what I'm saying? Talk to somebody, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Talk to God. God listens, man. Talk to God, man. God listens to everything. Yeah, tell him your problems and your battles, man. You know, and so we don't have these situations, man. But yeah, and listen to people, man. When somebody comes at you, give an ear, man. Listen to them
Mhm.
and actually give them some knowledge and some wisdom. Give them some positive things they can take with them. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't have that nowadays, man. We don't have a lot of positive OGs, big mamas, to tell us or motivate us, man. So yeah,
Keep y'all heads up, man.
yeah,
Again, keep your heads up. There's nothing else to be. Put your trust in God and get out here and get to it. Opportunities will come. Don't worry about the misfortunes. Just the opportunities gonna come. Keep trying. Stay consistent.
right,
Stay on
right.
them. Stay on them. Don't let up. Don't let none of this stuff out here again. Don't let none of this stuff out here get you in your feelings. Stay working. Stay focused, man. Stay blessed. You're highly favored.
And be happy. Be
Yeah.
happy. Be happy. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Hey, choose your destiny. Hey man, Duan, I love you, bro. I love you. I love you. I love you. Ain't nothing you can do about it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing you can do about it. I'm gonna love you, even if you don't love me back. That's where I'm at with life now. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I ain't got no issues with nobody, man. I'm pushing peace. I'm pushing happiness. You know what I'm saying? Anybody I ever offended, did something wrong to, I sincerely apologize. But it's time for us to grow up, man. It's time for us to unite, man, and get it right, bro. I'm saying,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Well, y'all stay blessed, and we will definitely talk to y'all another good time.